today.
Yeah. No, I was looking at something else. It's preparing. You know how everything is slow. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Ah, it's working.
All right.
How everything is slow. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Ah, it's working.
All right.
How everything is slow. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, this is gonna be so weird. All right.
How everything is slow. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
What's happening?
ah.
Oh, this is gonna be so weird. We are caught in a audio feedback loop. I don't know how to fix that.
And now you're silent.
You're muted now, so I can't hear you at all.
Sorry. If you have YouTube up, you need to mute it on YouTube. So if you have it on your phone,
on here.
I don't think so.
no, I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh.
Okay.
I had, so it was echoing back and
So
forth.
it was your fault.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah. It was my fault. When YouTube came up, it was supposed to be on silent, and it wasn't.
Okay.
So it kept speaking to each other. It was like those stupid Pokemon game that we had at the store that time that I almost beat you with.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you seeing this now, Tess? Are we all good?
We are so good.
All right. If anybody comments on anything, I can't see it. So
I can.
all right,
Yeah.
good.
Rachel says, I'm so proud of you guys for getting it all set up on time.
Oh, thanks. By all set up, Philip push buttons.
Yeah.
We're not trusted to push buttons.
Well,
I just
hi,
showed up.
everyone. I'm Philip.
I'm Tommy.
And
And on
welcome,
color commentator, it's Tess.
Hello.
welcome to RCX Unfiltered, live from Vegas. Vegas. You can see the stadium right out there, the Raiders stadium right behind me. So that's been my view out of my room.
I do feel like that's too fancy a stadium for the Raiders.
It is, man, it is nice. Like it is nice. But the problem in Vegas is like you can look out your window and you go, oh, look, it's right across the street. I could walk there. And it's 6.5 miles is right across the street. Like that's the problem with it. Yeah.
Gregory says, Thomas, don't forget the present for Tess to open on air from Scott.
Oh man, I did forget about it. Thank you, Gregory.
Oh,
I've also forgotten where you told me it was. So
I can tell you what it is. You want me to tell you what it is? Because I had to hear about it.
so
Gregory also says, so technically Philip is in the past.
Oh,
And that's true.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, technically. Yeah, technically, where I'm at, it is 4:03 p.m.
Wow. A box?
it's a box.
All right, we'll let Tess go
That's
ahead and open her
box.
present and get
Open
that
your
out.
present, Tess. You weren't supposed to
Oh
look at the
no,
back
I
of
was
it.
not supposed to look at the back of it. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's too late now. Just go ahead and do it, Tess.
Yeah. Look, it's got a handle.
Ah,
No.
Oh, that's really
Oh
funny.
my God. Wait, it says Tess broke me. I didn't even read that.
yes.
I didn't even read that.
That's what.
Oh,
I'm gonna cry.
that's fantastic.
What?
Yep. Yep. That's it.
Yes, that was for you.
I just found out my team was up for another award. We just lost.
Oh,
We came
Sorry
in
for
we
your loss.
runner. So we won. So the reason I'm here in Vegas is I'm actually speaking at a data conference, and we won an award at the end of last year, kind of two, and then we were up for another award, but we came in second this time. So
Oh man.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
a winner in my eyes.
I know. Oh, thanks. Mwah. I appreciate it. So, man, the sun's like really, yeah,
It's aggressively sunny out there.
it is. Hang on. Hold, please. There, that's a little bit better. Wow, man, the sun moved really quick.
Yeah. You are in the desert.
Now we got this working. We can do all kind of things.
Yeah. We could all upset all kinds of people.
I know, right?
That sounds like
I
so much
thought
fun.
about going live in the casino, but I'm like, man, it may really irritate people with
It'll be
me.
so loud.
I don't
Yeah.
care about being loud. It's just all the people. You can see all the people gambling.
Yeah.
Gross.
They're not
Bro.
paying attention. They wouldn't have noticed.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
yeah. Probably, but I would have noticed.
Although are you allowed to have recording devices in casinos?
You know, I would say no, but man, has there been like your TikTok crowd and all that walking around filming crap everywhere.
Yeah. I
And
didn't think about that.
they're always getting in my way, always getting it because they don't pay attention, right?
Yeah.
Like there's already two big conferences going on here, and then they just run into you like there's no one. I'm like, get out of my way.
They are the main character. You're an NPC. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I know. I get caught in the feedback loop. Get out of my way. And like from my room to where the conference is like a quarter of a mile.
Jeez.
So like anytime I need to go back to my, yeah, I mean, these places are just huge. They're just, if you've never been to Vegas, like these casinos and conference centers in them, they're just huge. It is just phenomenal. And you can't find your way out. Like I haven't been outside since I showed up here Sunday, and it's Tuesday afternoon here because, you know, they don't want you to escape. Once you come in, they want you in the casino. They want you gambling. They want you drinking. They don't want you to be able to find the exit. So,
I hate that.
yeah. So, you know, like you get in trouble in Virginia if your one light goes out on the exit sign, you know, by a fire marshal. Here, there are no signs. Like you're just screwed.
Yeah, you can't get out.
You can't get out. You just can't get out at all. So,
I've always been like, I'd like to go to Vegas at least once. Maybe not.
you know what? You should go once. Everyone should go once.
Well, maybe if Comics Pro ends up in Vegas again, we'll go.
Yeah. Like I said, everyone should go once. And the hotel, and see, the hotels really aren't overly expensive because they want you in a hotel because they want you downstairs gambling.
And if the hotels are that big, they have 1 billion rooms, so it's not like
So the room that I'm in is got like a whole den, right? So it's got like a sofa, chair. I'm in just a chair. It's got like a small little refrigerator, sink thing. In the bedroom has got 2 queen size beds. And then the master bath is huge. And then there's like an extra bath. And there's TVs in every room.
Wow.
But I mean, they want you comfortable because they want you downstairs gambling. Like,
yeah.
I have more stuff to blow my money on. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, Lego still exists.
All right.
I subscribe to the Transformers subreddit, and now I'm like, oh, those toys look so cool.
You need them.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, you do.
Stay away from that.
Oh man,
that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. What we're going to talk some books tonight.
Yep.
We're going to briefly talk After Dark again because we're still going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll figure it out from there. We've already killed 8 minutes. So,
and like we were talking, like After Dark seems like a thing where we could like get comfortable, have a adult beverage, and if we do it like this, you know, we could each be at home having a beverage, talking nonsense.
I still think the first one I like for us to be together, though.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
The first one we'll do it, but then like after that, yeah, we can just do this.
Yeah.
3 of us can just be where we're at, and we'll just do this and see what happens. And now, and like I said, now that I found the switch that where only 18 plus can watch it, we're good to go.
Yeah. That seems good. That seems smart.
And so
comics and beer, I'm down. So
that's kind of where we're going with that.
Yeah.
Man, you think this is unfiltered? Wait till you see After Dark.
We should talk to like Sports Page or Candelas and see what their slowest night of the week is. And we could do like comic book discussion group. Like
Yeah.
a bunch of people could come out and have a beer, talk about comics.
Yeah, we could do that. We could try it at least once.
Yeah. The drink and draw we did at Candelas that time went over pretty good.
Yeah, that went over pretty well. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. So we'll figure it out. Be fine. Be fine.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Be fine. It'll all be good.
I will not be having an adult drink, by the way. I feel like I should like clarify that. I am underage. I don't want like the internet to be like,
Well, for the initial After Dark you are, but
give me 5 months.
that's right. But keep going. Keep going. You'll be fine. Hey, and if you're doing it from the comfort of your own home, it's fun. Just saying.
I mean,
Just saying.
yeah, you are just saying.
I'm Super Saiyan.
I mean, how would they know, right? Like if you just have it in a cup, if you just have your liquor in a cup like this, how would anyone know?
So we went to an awards assembly yesterday for one of Phoebe's kids, and there was a lady a couple rows in front of us with a big gulp cup that was like half full. And my first thought was, that's not soda.
That's not soda.
I love that.
Yeah. When you're in an award ceremony or like assembly like that, it is not. Yeah, that's not.
Wow.
Yeah, like Tommy and I, if we have a beer, you're gonna know it's a beer, right?
Yeah.
Like Tess, you just put yours in a water bottle. What are you doing?
I'm gonna win the next bottle.
You can always empty out a Coke can and pour it in a Coke can. Like, who's gonna know, right?
I mean, these are options. Thank you for the options.
You're welcome. Like, come
Where
on.
I will acquire said beverage, but
Is this the whole delinquency of a minor thing?
Yeah, I think we're in trouble now.
Well, she's not a minor though.
She's not a minor.
So
not a minor.
yeah, this doesn't
Doesn't
work.
have a pickaxe. It's fine.
Right. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
living our best lives.
Once again, I'm back to, if it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, good for you.
Honestly,
Good for you.
here.
Do you know who's living his best life, but he is hurting people? Cobra Commander. This is a good segue.
It's a good segue. I will tell you though, before we get into Cobra Commander, because of the last statement. So the day that someone was like, they said, "What are you going to do?" I said, I'll probably walk around some tonight because I'm, like the people watch sometimes. And they'll go, "So you're going to just go out and people watch and like judge people?" I'm like, buddy, you don't me judge somebody? That shit, buddy. Like maybe when I was a teenager or 20, but let me tell you, if these people enjoy what they're doing, you go right ahead, buddy. Because
I stopped judging people a long time ago. If I could stop mocking them, it would probably be better, but still have a problem with that.
I didn't say I wasn't going to mock. Now let's not go crazy now. I just don't care what they do, but like I'm going to enjoy it, right?
Yeah, funny's funny.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. I grew up in BFE, Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, how in the hell am I going to judge somebody? Look what's down there. Like, how can I ever judge somebody? Yeah, that's what I was telling. Like, what do you mean? Like, so obviously there's a lot of people have been people watching at the conference. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, I don't.
I would imagine that Vegas is a great place to do that.
Yeah, but you can't stop on the sidewalk now or you can get a ticket and arrested. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving all times on the sidewalk at Vegas. All right. Anyway, back to Cobra Commander.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got you sidetracked again.
That's okay. I'm confounded.
Speaking of evil.
Ooh. Cobra Commander. He commands the Cobras.
He does.
So this is the last issue of Cobra Commander. And finally, Cobra as an organization exists. at the end of this book, which is, I mean, that's what they were building towards the whole story arc.
Organization for them right now is very light.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
It is hung on by a straw hat and wet paper.
Yep. So we've got the next book in this line. Well, the next two. Spinning out of Cobra Commander, we've got Destro. And then spinning out of Duke. Actually, I don't even know what it's spinning out of. Is it Scarlet book? She showed up in like the last page of Duke. So we're gonna have like Arms Dealer comic, and then like it reminds me of the Jennifer Garner Alias series for Scarlet, which I'm down for. That looked awesome.
It looked good, and the art looked really good too.
Yeah.
The Destro thing is very intriguing. But Cobra ended up being a very solid.
Cobra Commander was the book. I was like, I'll read the first issue, but I doubt I'll read the rest. Boy, was I wrong.
And he finally put the suit on.
Yeah. Yep. He finally got the chrome.
Finally got the chrome. Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, enough of y'all's crap.
Yeah, the Energon universe has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and he's evil.
How many issues were in Cobra Commander?
5. Right now, all of the G.I. Joe related books are 5 issues. So we had Duke, Cobra Commander, 5 issues each, and now we're going to get Destro and Scarlet, which are 5 issues each, and we don't know what's coming after them. I imagine around the 3rd issue of those, which I think is where those got announced, around issue 3 of Duke and Cobra Commander, we knew that Scarlet and Destro were next. So we got a few months before we know what's next.
Yeah. But I mean, G.I. Joe will be right around the corner.
Yeah, I expect, I don't know. I think we're going to get another mini after Scarlet. And maybe after that many, we might get G.I. Joe. I don't think they're ready to put that team together yet. I think Cobra has to become more of a global threat before we actively get G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but that still puts us till next year, though. I mean, that's still 2025, so that's not really.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
We're almost at the end of May, people. May.
That's true. This has been the longest week. And I'm going January to May.
Oh, is it because I'm gone and you miss me?
It is.
All right, what we got next? I've actually I actually read books this week.
Baroness is in the Duke series.
Yes.
She showed up in issue 3 of Duke, and weirdly, right now it looks like she and Duke are kind of like they're doing some cool stuff.
So for every little boy growing up, Baroness was probably their favorite, even though she was evil, but she was in all black. But now she's evil in all black and working with Duke. So it's even. Yeah.
And it's like she's more of that gray area. Like she doesn't seem full on evil, but she's definitely not good.
No, she's not. She's not good.
Like basically, she's gonna wherever the wind blows is where she's headed.
That's correct.
Yeah. And Brian also asks, I have to choose between Transformers and some of the G.I. Joe comics, just not enough time.
Transformers.
No question, Transformers.
Like I've enjoyed the G.I. Joe stuff. I really have, because I'm not a huge G.I. Joe fan, but Transformers all the way. That book is on a different level.
It really is. And then like Void Rivals, which is sort of tangential to all of this. It's because it's way out in space. But like they've introduced a couple more Transformers and Void Rivals, and I cannot wait for all that to interact.
I haven't read that yet, so.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway.
Get to it.
Yeah. The Energon Universe stuff, like all 4 of those titles are like top of my list. Cobra Commander was the first thing I read this week.
Gotcha.
Because I am loving all of it.
But what's next?
Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. It's the last issue of this book.
I love this book. It is so much fun.
Yeah, issue 7. It's not in continuity. The first issue starts with like Clark is proposing to Lois, and then suddenly there's Godzilla in Metropolis.
And you know, the thing that got me though is there's really only like 2 things in that whole series that makes it not continuity.
Yeah.
Like why? Like,
Yeah.
why did you do that? Just don't do those two things. Like literally, right? Let me decide. I want Godzilla in continuity.
This cover is misleading because it shows Lex in front of Mechagodzilla. Lex is driving Mechagodzilla. Like, God.
And then and we get to see him fight Batmech.
Yeah, Batman has a giant Batmech. It's awesome.
Yep.
God. And then like Green Lantern creates a giant Green Lantern construct to fight the kaijus, and yeah, it's so good.
And if you ever wanted to know what King Kong would look like with a Green Lantern ring, you should pick up this issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Kong's a Green Lantern ring.
One of the things that makes it not in continuity is that one of the Green Lanterns dies, and then when his ring flies off, it goes to Kong, which I was like, what?
It grows, and he gets a big, giant Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, it was
it is glorious.
If you like any crazy giant kaiju stuff, or even just books that are nonsense and fun, this has been amazing.
Yeah,
like start to finish.
Yeah. That was one of those series that started off. I guess it started off around Christmas because it started coming out when that Santa Claus book came out.
Yeah,
the book should have been dumb. I shouldn't have liked it. It should have annoyed me to no end. And it's been I immediately read it when I got home on Saturday or whatever day I picked, Sunday, I think, when I picked it up. Like, it's been so good. And because they handled Godzilla and Kong and all the kaiju so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was all respected. All the DC characters I thought were respected, except for the one that didn't need to be respected, which is how Kong got his ring.
Yeah, and that was fine.
It was fine.
Nobody's gonna be mad.
Yeah, not a soul's gonna be upset with this.
And so, for those of you who are Godzilla Kong fans, these are the characters from the legendary movies. Not the Godzilla -1 or any of the old school stuff. This is the new stuff,
right?
Which I'm a big fan of. I like them. Somebody was like, "They're so stupid," and I'm like, "Have you watched a Godzilla movie?"
Once again, if you ever watched the Godzilla movie ever?
I don't watch Godzilla for Citizen Kane. Like, I'm trying to watch giant monsters beat the crap out of each other. Did that happen? Cool.
Yeah. What do you want? Like, once again, what do you want?
God, there's a plot hole in this Star Wars. No, there's not.
I didn't like the Transformers movie because the science in it's a sentient robot, dude. Back off.
The physics of the robots, no. There's no such thing.
Right. It's the same way. It's fine. It's wonderful. It's mindless. That's what I enjoy. I just need something to get me from here to there, and it's usually a kaiju movie, so it's fine. On
the Transformers Reddit, somebody was like, "How would you fix the whatever the first movie with Marky Mark?" Right. And I was like, "I would remove all the humans. It would make it 90 minutes, and it would just be robots smashing stuff for 90 minutes."
Yeah, like why? Yeah, that's all I need.
That's every Transformers movie. Remove the humans, better movie.
Yeah, I don't even need a plot. Well, up until this new Transformers book, I didn't know I needed a plot.
Right?
But anyway, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Brian said that's giant monster on giant monster violence.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun.
I haven't gone to see Godzilla X Kong yet. That'll probably be when it hits streaming. I'll watch it.
Yeah, you can rent it now, I think. So it won't be long before.
And it'll be on Max in like a month.
And to just talk movies, I saw Fall Guy has already hit streaming.
Fall Guy did terrible in the box office.
Yeah, what is that about?
We forgot to go.
I guess
we would have saved it.
That movie is going to be stupid fun.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And there's an extra 20 minutes when you rent it. So I'm like, Fall Guy.
Well, their press tour was hilarious. Every interview I've seen with them, they clearly enjoy working with each other. They're very funny together.
Like, number one, the movie's got to be great. It's got Emily Blunt in it. Like, how can it be bad?
Yeah.
Once again, it's a 2-hour movie where I get to watch Emily Blunt. It's all fine.
Like, you saw Jungle Cruise, right?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, you were gonna love Jungle Cruise.
That's with The Rock, right?
Yeah, and I've never been to Disney, so the Jungle Cruise ride, basically, the captain basically makes dad jokes the whole time.
Right.
So it's basically an hour and a half of The Rock and Emily Blunt running through the jungle while he makes dad jokes.
Okay, yeah, I need to watch it.
It's so dumb. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I don't need it. Once again, I don't want stuff to break my brain when I watch it. I just want to enjoy it. All right.
And then
Anyway,
somewhere about 2/3 through the movie, I was like, wait, there's a plot?
no, there's not.
There was.
No plot.
And then it had a satisfying conclusion. I was so confused.
Weird.
Yeah, completely baffled.
All right. Anyway, what you got next?
I got Nightwing. Fall Down Grayson.
All right. So I will tell you that the first 2 pages of that book, I loved.
Yeah.
Because it was already 2 weeks later from the fall.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 pages of that. But man, does it hit, and it hits hard.
Yeah.
So the next couple of issues of how whatever they're going to do with that is going to be phenomenal. Like,
I don't know what's going on. I saw promo art for, I don't know if it's the cover of the next issue or the one after, but it's like Nightwing crouched down on a top of a building, and it's clearly Bruce in Nightwing's costume.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's got like little bat ears, but you can barely tell that they're there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, is Bruce gonna go to Bloodhaven and pretend to be Nightwing so that things don't fall apart?
I'm wondering.
That's what it looks like.
Now that would be a twist.
Yeah, right?
That would be a twist. Because they're always out saving Batman's behind, and now saving Nightwings, that would be. But yeah, the first 2 pages of that book were unreal. Just with the fall and everything, and going back to the first time he was climbing, and like, okay, that is. It might have been 3 pages. It wasn't a whole lot. It was like
3. It was like the setup page and then a double page spread.
Okay, yeah, it was just amazing.
That one, and then I read this too. I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
Look
so
at how pretty.
Yeah.
So the first few pages were just phenomenal of that book, and then it jumps back to present day as much as present day can be in a comic book.
Yeah, and clearly this is we're seeing the aftermath of something terrible happening, but we haven't seen the terrible thing that happened yet.
We saw the beginning of the terrible thing to happen.
Right, yeah.
But it hasn't been completed yet, because obviously something's going on. But yeah, I at the same time, I'm looking forward to this story because it's going to wrap up Tom Taylor's run on it. But at the same time, it's wrapping up Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing, and I am not happy about it.
On this book forever.
Yeah, I am not happy about this at all, because it has truly been my favorite superhero book since he took over, by far. It's not even been close. Like, from month in to month out. Like, granted, we'll talk about it in a minute. Wonder Woman's been great. I think like things like Avengers Twilight and things, but those have only been going on for a few issues. Like, this has been going on for a few years.
Yeah.
And it has just been one great story after another. And it is just, and they both, and the creators of this book has both had a lot of fun. So I would, if no one has read Nightwing, I would highly suggest to go back and get the trades and stuff. And
yeah, we try to keep them in stock all the time because we can't stop talking about the book.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is pretty phenomenal. So, okay. Next.
Speaking of books I can't stop talking about.
Now, this book is awesome, but this cover is just gorgeous. And I can't, and the cover isn't the best part of this book.
So this is my pick of the week. For a multitude of reasons. The entire issue takes place inside Diana's mind.
Yes.
Which is just phenomenal. And it really if you haven't been watching, if you haven't been reading Wonder Woman, she's been captured by it doesn't even matter who she's captured by.
No, the King of America. She was captured by the King of America.
And he's doing everything he can to break her.
Yep.
Because
he has the lasso of lies.
Yeah. Last issue was him using the lasso of lies trying to break her, and she wasn't having it. And this issue,
the lasso didn't work out so well.
this issue might be a condemnation of the American prison system because he puts her in solitary confinement, and the entire issue takes place inside her mind.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure next issue is going to continue that a little.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is rough. It's a rough issue because she is trying to remain sane.
Yep. And
kind of
but it's been months.
Yeah.
She's in her mind for months, and it is wearing on her big time. Like she was doing well for a while, but like once again, another Tom King, he has definitely nailed this book out of the park. And I'm not going to say it's as great as Rucka's run at this point because Rucka had such a good run on Wonder Woman for a while.
Yeah.
Man, and just this is issue 8?
8. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just with 8 short issues, Tom King is definitely putting a stamp on Wonder Woman that I just wouldn't have seen coming. Like it's hard to describe this book just because of everything. But I will tell you, if people haven't been reading it, it won't matter. If people have been reading it, it won't matter. The one thing that this issue did 100% is they made you forget about Casey and Donna. And
yeah, that's true.
They made you forget about the people that are in the background that the other issues set up. So when you got to the end of this issue, my thought is how is Diana going to get out of this? And I'm like, she's not. Because this issue set up all the other stuff so perfectly, I think. It made me forget the last couple of issues because of how deep it was in his writing of just the despair. Because Diana never went there, right? Like Diana knows that she has help, but she never went there because she's been captured so long. But that's coming.
And
that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
And the seriousness of the Diana story is juxtaposed by the silly amounts of fun of the Trinity backup story. In this issue, John Kent and Damian Wayne have been turned into corgis, and Trinity has to take care of them. That is the plot.
I will tell you that reading the backup story after reading that, boy, is that jarring.
Yeah, but
at the end of Diana, at the end of Diana, like you're almost in tears.
Yeah,
almost in tears because you can feel where Diana's coming from, and then you get corgis, and you're like, what the heck? God, yes.
All of the Trinity backups have been some of the most fun. Like the Diana story has been incredibly well done, well crafted, and like a lot of nuance, a lot of moving parts, and then the Trinity stuff is just fun.
Just fun.
Like every issue is basically Damian and John babysitting Diana's kid. Yeah. And usually she runs circles around them hilariously.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
she's always she's always outsmarting them.
Yeah, it's really fun and really cute.
Yeah. All right, next.
I didn't even grab a next book.
Oh, so I didn't know.
I knew those were books that
I'm not there. I'm not there. I don't know.
Well, I just grabbed books that we both read.
Okay. Just fine.
But here, I will put this out.
Oh yeah, because that's the new distillery book.
New distillery book, White Boat. It's sort of horror. I'm not sure what exactly is happening. The tentacles lead me to believe some Cthulhu-ish stuff.
The boat has tentacles?
It's Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla. So like the story's pretty solid.
Oh,
the art's
going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not my normal kind of jam, but the first issue was good enough where I will give the second issue.
Is that usually strawberry? Is it strawberry jam that's usually
It is. It is. It's boysenberry. For those of you who are Spider-Man readers, Spider-Man 50 comes out tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
It is a big, thick boy with a couple backups.
Was it good? Was it? Wait. Let me rephrase that. Was it better than what the last few issues have been?
There's a living brain.
We saw him at the end of the last issue, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, this issue is significantly better than the last few.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That blood hunt issue was awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it. I mean, it's not awful, I guess, if you're reading the blood hunt. It's just I didn't care.
Same. Like cover. Unlike a lot of comics, the cover does actually tell you what's going on in this book.
Huh.
Yeah.
So we actually see a goblin back, huh?
Yep. And then I'm not going to spoil anything, but for those of you who have seen the promo art for the next few issues, this is where this story begins, and it makes perfect sense. It's building on stuff that's been going on for the last couple of years.
There you go.
Brian says, I bet you Peter Parker has a major crisis that prevents him from living his day-to-day normal life.
That's true. Also, his mask gets ripped.
Man.
Yeah.
Way to spoil it, Brian.
There's a fun Black Cat backup. There's an even more fun Thing backup.
What?
Yeah, it's like the first couple of panels, there's a shadowy thing, and Peter's like, oh, it's the Rhino, I should attack him. And it was Ben in a birthday hat. And then it just goes on from there, and it's super fun, very silly. And then the last story is really, it builds on what's happened in the main story, and it's like the lead in to what's coming next.
Sinister Six?
Yeah. The Living Brain, I think, is going to become a major character, which is interesting. I read a bunch of other books too.
After years and years of obscurity, he's going to become a major character. Yay.
So I'm going to point this out. It's the first issue of a new Image book that comes out tomorrow. Blood Squad 7. For those of you who, I think these were actual characters. This is like Youngblood Image universe.
Man, I get jazz hands for this book.
This is basically the Youngblood universe version of The Boys.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, like it's very clear that that's what they're going for, but it is Joe Casey.
Oh,
so the writing is solid. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Paul Fry as an artist. The art's very Image. So
like Local Man.
Yeah, if you dig that kind of book, like it was good.
I've enjoyed Local Man the entire time. I can't explain that. I didn't like Image when Image was coming out, but I love Local Man. So,
Local Man comes out tomorrow as well. It continues being great.
Any good trades? Any good trades this week?
Good question. I didn't grab any trades. They're all on the wall. They're really far away.
I just didn't know. I didn't know if anything stood out to you.
Do you want me to go look?
No,
it's fine.
We don't have enough time for that.
Issue 6 of 9 of Holy Roller. This has become one of my favorite books, created and co-written by Andy Samberg from Lonely Island, or SNL, you might know him from. The premise of the book is ridiculous, but it is very topical and feels like a thing that could happen right now.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, at any point, you could just break into beating someone with a bowling ball.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you smash somebody in the head so much with a bowling ball, the only word they can say is pudding. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes bad things happen to bad people.
Pudding.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, that guy's in this issue, and like he keeps saying pudding, but apparently it's different inflections, so he's trying to say different things.
Got you.
That doesn't work very well.
How many issues are in Holy Roller?
9. We're on issue 6 of 9. I assume it's just going to be one trade when it's all complete, which
yeah,
yeah,
I would assume.
this is a book that I will probably go back and revisit every few years. I'll probably buy the trade because, man.
Yeah. And if they do 9, they'll probably do like a nice hardcover and a
I would
trade.
think,
Because
yeah.
with the 9 issues, it's kind of like what they did with Midnight Nation.
Mhm.
They didn't really split it into 2 trades. It was like, here's your 12 issues.
And I'm really hoping we get some like back matter with like Andy Samberg talking about like why he wanted to make this book. Because like, you know, a lot of times when celebrities decide to make books, it's like, this will be fun. But this one felt almost personal. Like it's fun and it's kind of silly. It's very violent.
Once again, who doesn't want to beat somebody with a bowling ball?
Who doesn't want to punch a Nazi in the face with a bowling ball?
Right. Yeah. Like,
It's
once again, this is a situation where bad things happen to bad people. It's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
All right. Well, cool. Yep. So we got a lot of good stuff coming out this week, and there's a ton more stuff. Like I said, we briefly hit on what Void Rivals is coming out, Titans is coming out, which is continuing that Raven story. So there's a whole bunch of great stuff coming out.
Man's Best came out.
See?
This is the most surreal, like psychedelic issue of Man's Best. Holy crap!
Well, they fell through the portal at the end of last issue to go to like,
and there's people with hamburger heads and pickle faces.
Yeah.
Like,
sold.
Basically, some entity is talking to the dogs, and the dogs are seeing them as food because they're dogs.
Who doesn't, right?
So anyway, it's great.
That's how I picture all my deities. It's food.
Like, here's the. Wait. There's a pickle car.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
The guy has an ice cream or popsicle as a head. Yeah.
Brian has asked twice now, better comic, Blasphemous or Holy Roller?
I think
I would say Holy Roller.
I like Holy Roller better.
Yeah.
But they are very different books. Holy Roller is more grounded in reality than Blasphemous.
Which is I mean, the art in Blasphemous is gorgeous.
Blasphemous is great.
And the story in Blasphemous can be very topical considering how they're using it, right? This would probably be a After Dark thing, but like in the Mandalay Bay, there's an entire Michael Jackson exhibit. So in Blasphemous, it's how we put people in that kind of arena.
If it was Blasphemous, that would be a statue to a saint.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of how it's set up downstairs with where you can go buy his jackets and his shirts, and they've got a whole thing, right? So it's kind of set up like that, where Holy Roller is Nazis bad. Nazis are going on today. Let's punch the Nazis with a bowling ball.
Yep.
So
more of that, please.
Yeah, Blasphemous is kind of like pop stars as religious icons.
Right. Which is also a bad thing, but
also somewhat topical.
Somewhat topical, right? Like,
yeah.
We're not naming names, but
we're dating any football players.
That's right. Not doing any of that. We're not going to bring that into this, but it's just a different type of topical and how we follow people or don't follow people. It's all.
And I will say, if you have read Blasphemous and you enjoy it, I would look for. There was an Italian graphic novel that got adapted into English 15 years ago called Skydoll.
Yes.
That Marvel
Skydoll is amazing.
Marvel brought it over.
Yes.
Which after reading it, I was like, I can't believe Marvel is the one that published this in English. It's well out of print, hard to find, but it's really, really good. And it's beautiful.
I could bring my copy one week and we can talk.
What's it called again? Megan?
Skydoll.
Skydoll.
Yeah. You know what? When Blasphemous is done, that could be an After Dark. We could talk about Blasphemous and Skydoll and really dissect.
Hey, that's a good segue because we're actually coming up on our time, believe it or not. So
Oh,
We have
dang.
actually successfully killed 45 minutes. But we talked about it last week. We're going to do it. We've now figured out some other things. So After Dark will be coming. Next week, Tommy, Tess, and I will probably be wrapping up how we're going to handle our first episode, which we'll do together initially, like we said. And then we will probably put out a date for that. So everyone can look for that. And we'll have that locked down pretty tight to make sure it's 18 plus only, because the stuff that we'll be showing from comics or books or even talking, verbally speaking, maybe 18 plus. So, but look for that next week. And then, do we have anything else going on? We did the Virginia Comic Con last weekend.
Oh, RippleCon is coming up June 22nd.
Oh,
Yeah, we got to talk about that when you get back.
yeah, we got to talk about that too, don't we?
I got an email yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah, RippleCon that was started by the Richmond City Library, which we did last year and supported. They did a really good job on that. So we'll be back there again this year to support the Richmond City Library. So cool. Anything else, Tess? You got anything else?
Yep.
Oh, the only other thing is we also need to start. What is this, May? Yeah, we need to start putting together a fall festival.
There's so many things.
I say we. I need to start putting together.
I'm only signing off on things. I'm not. I'm out. I'm out. No, not doing that. All right, everybody. Tommy, you can hang on a second because I'm going to end YouTube.
Okay.
And we'll be on there for a second, and that way y'all stay on and we can make sure everything's closing correctly. Unlike when Tommy and I tested this on Sunday. All right, everybody. Once again, we appreciate it. Thanks for trying out what we were trying tonight. We'll probably be doing more of this, but this is going to lead into us doing interviews and stuff now, because that was kind of what this big test was for. And so we hope everyone enjoyed it. And with that, we will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Finger guns them.
Well,
There's only so many jazz hands you can do.
all right, I'm going to end this now. So we're going to end this also. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.